to work through Pincha Scorpion. This is a forearm balance where you are working in a back bend position and eventually, maybe one day, getting your feet to touch your head. I'm going to teach this in a very step-by-step way so that you do not feel overwhelmed by the process. And if step one really speaks to you, then I want you to work there for a little while and conquer that part of this work before you move on to the second part of it. Remember to have fun, to be playful, and good for you for showing up today to learn something new about your yoga practice. The way to keep your yoga practice going is to learn something new about it at least once a week, if not every single day. Learning something new about your yoga practice is what makes it a lifelong practice instead of just a workout routine that you used to do way back in the day. All right, so keep learning and keep going. So for this first step of Pincha Scorpion, we're going to be using the wall this whole time, not moving you to the middle of the room. We're just going to get the foundations of this posture down and in our heads and in our bodies. And so we're going to use the wall to do that. The wall is an awesome tool for this. So for this work, we're going to set up the right way. For scorpion work, you're going to need more room than if you were working a regular forearm balance. You could be all the way up here with it, right? You have to be a little gutsy and move away from the wall so you have enough room to complete the posture and to actually go deep enough into it to find some flow. A lot of my students fly for the first time in forearm balance when they're in a scorpion position because of the physics of this posture. So from here, you're gonna grab your opposite elbows from the outside. Do not do this like, I got it, and that's your frame. Grab from the outside. Be very, very good about your foundation of the posture, which is going to be your forearms. From here, bring your wrists so that they're in line with your elbows, and I like to start with my palms up and then flip the grip down because now my skin has really locked into my yoga mat. And the big thing here is to make sure that the fingers are down. Do you notice how it's called spidering your fingers, that the knuckles are popping up? I'm not just praying that, things are going to catch me. Your fingers are your brakes in these postures, so make sure that the fingers are down. For this, look in between the wrists on your kick up. So tuck the toes under, one leg comes up into the air, tap your toes, and kick up to the wall. Now, if you don't make it to the wall, try to kick up and see if you can. Now, once I'm here, I'm still looking between the wrists. This first step, I've separated the feet. The legs are straight, and I'm starting to pull my chest forwards. Now I'm looking at the baseboard of my wall. The legs are straight, and I'm going to keep them that way. And notice how I'm starting to float away from the wall. Fingers down, so I can maintain the float. Woo! And then when you've had enough, come on out. I was running out of air as I was talking to you. So this step one is really about keeping the legs straight and finding the mechanics of pulling the chest through. So you can even practice this without putting weight. Just come to the wall, look in between your wrists, and then change the gaze and look behind you. That is what's happening in a scorpion. All right, so that you're looking and notice how my chest starts to pull up. It is a back bend. All right, so that is step one. Now, if you're like, got that, let's move on. Now we're gonna tuck the toes. All right, so we're gonna tuck the front of the foot to the wall to find the position for the scorpion. So this would be your step two. And then eventually, as your back bend begins to increase, you're gonna start to find the feet coming closer and closer to your head. So from here, we're gonna set up the same way. I'm gonna set up a little further back just because I know I have pretty long legs and I'm gonna need that extra space. If I'm too far on the wall, I'm gonna not be able to go anywhere. So the same rules apply. Set your good base, look in between your wrists, and let's kick up into our forearm balance. Good. Now, separate the legs are straight, pull your chest through. From here, tuck one foot under, the other foot under, big toes touch, and then press
your toes, do top of the foot to the wall so that your chest can come through more. And you'll start to feel very light in the posture. So have fun with these. See what you can do. The more you take yourself a little further away every day from the wall, the better these will be because you give yourself a little bit more room to complete the back bend. And always remember, especially if you come out of these and your low spine is sore, make sure you are still using your good back bending technique. You're not flaring ribs out, that you're pulling ribs up away from the hips and creating some length across the front side body. I hope this helps. Have a ton of fun with it. Remember to like and subscribe, and I love to hear how these videos, these tutorials and classes work for you. So comment below and let's connect on this today. Have you tried a pinch a scorpion before? Is this your first time? Or was there a tip and trick in here that you haven't heard yet that you're like, oh, that's what I was missing? I would love to hear about that. So looking forward to connecting with you in this space. Have a great day. I look forward to the day we get to connect and share in a live stream or on-demand class through my online yoga studio soon. You can check it out at www.torig.yoga. There's so much there for you. If you're a woman over 40 that is like, yes, I think the way that I want to live my midlife is strong and flexible and mobile, and I'm going to do that through advancing my yoga practice, then you need to come over to that space because that is where it's at. I'm not only your yoga teacher, but I'm your personal yoga coach. You have one-to-one sessions built into your membership in my online studio from the very first day. So even with the trial membership, we get a half hour where we can work through your yoga goals. I get to know you, and then that way I can really help to coach you further into a deeper, more advanced yoga practice. So come meet me over there. It's so fun. Looking forward to seeing you over there soon. Grateful to share this time with you today. Have a great one.